the Ring Fanatics podcast, episode number 141. I'm Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co host, Joel.
Yo,
As always, as we start every episode, kind of keep saying this, go subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on all social medias, wherever social media platforms you have, including the audio streaming platforms, wherever you listen to it, the audio versions of podcasts,
yes, sir.
whatever you use. Um, this Saturday is Survivor Series War Games. We'll be doing predictions for that. Um, Short of a match card. Only 5 matches. Completely understand why.
Okay.
War Games might take about an hour each. About 40. I
Always.
would say 45 minutes to an hour
Yeah.
each. So makes sense to have a short card. Maybe one more match added, depending if SmackDown adds something. But
No,
yeah,
they
it's fine.
probably will. They'll probably
They
add.
probably yeah.
They'll sneak in one more thing, whether it's on the pre-show or on the main card.
Probably, yeah. Probably. So, entering the pay-per-view, before we even get to the match card yet, what are
Ooh.
your thoughts? How hyped are you about Survivor Series coming up Saturday?
Always excited about Big Four pay-per-view, man.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, bro. I'm excited about this card. I'm excited about the War Games.
Yeah.
Uh Kind of not a fan of what they did last night, but we'll talk about that when we
When we
get to
get
the
there, okay.
match. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited overall.
Me
How
too.
about
Me
you?
too. We're recording this Tuesday night, by the way. So, last time we Monday Night Raw. Um, so yeah, we will get into the match card. The first match on the card, it is Santos Escobar versus Carlito, 1-on-1. Finally,
No
getting
pre-show.
that heel turn.
Yes, sir.
No,
No
exactly,
pre-show. I was
exactly.
scared that they were putting this on the pre-show. And I'm so excited that it's on the main card.
Who do you have winning? And what are your thoughts on this heel turn? Because I don't think we discussed the heel turn yet.
Who
Does it
do
happen?
I have winning? Santos, of course. Come
Yeah,
on, man. Carlito winning does nothing. He's defending his friend, I guess.
yeah,
But other than that, it does nothing. Santos needs this win to solidify that he is the main heel in this storyline going forward, and that he's actually a threat to the LWO.
yeah. Me too. I think Santos is gonna win. A little tension between him and then Joaquin Wild and Cruz. Not sure if they're gonna join him. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they
Um,
doing, man. I don't know what's going on with that.
that's interesting because I'm also hearing that they might have a little bit of an upgrade with Legato because they did bring back his theme song, the
Yup,
old theme song. So
yup.
I'm like, something's happening here.
It would
Um,
be dope if they put them back together and they like. I guess maybe they don't want to do it right away. Maybe they want to tease it and maybe do it down the road, or maybe do it this Saturday at Survivor Series. But I think that turn is happening.
Probably, because I've been hearing that they might bring up. No, I don't say it was a call up because technically they've been on NXT, but they're on the main roster too.
Yeah,
Um, they might use Angel Garza and Carrillo as
I
Santos's new henchmen.
I
I
did
guess
I did read that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
me neither. Because
Um,
not gonna lie, I don't hate uh Cruz and Wild because they fit perfectly. Them
yeah,
three fit perfectly. They meshed well when they first started. Always been great, but I think that this is a little bit more of an upgrade. I feel
yeah.
like Garza and Carrillo should have been the original two guys, but I get it. Them being in the main
I
roster,
don't know.
them being NXT.
I like the group they had.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna say I don't,
I
but
wouldn't be mad at a turn, to be honest, if they turn with him and just say fuck these old guys. You know what I mean? Like if they're just like, you're right. They are holding
yeah,
us back. Um, but I wouldn't be mad at seeing a call up. I
yeah,
wouldn't be mad to seeing, and then you could do the 3-on-3 things for a while till I guess Ray recovers.
yeah. Because
Cause
I was thinking like maybe once Ray, I don't know how long Ray's gonna be out for. I heard it's gonna be only a couple of weeks, so it's probably not that long. Um,
I think as
so
long I well, what happened to him? Was it a surgery that he
it was
did?
surgery. Yeah, I think he had problems with his leg
And you
before
said
Crown Jewel.
and you said weeks he should be
That's what
back.
I heard. I'm not making that up. That's how I saw. So
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true. It doesn't sound true. I'm no doctor, but
I feel like he could be back by Mania.
probably. But they gotta like extend the story a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I guess like once he starts healing up, you could have him on TV again without
Yeah,
an in ring role,
exactly.
but
Yeah, yeah,
kind of build this match like have him come back being like a manager for like Zelina strictly, and like trying to help her go through the women's division, and he's just like, but I want to fight you. He's like,
yeah,
well, I'm not fighting no more. I'm too old for that. Maybe he starts it starts sinking into his brain, and
yeah,
he
yeah.
starts
Maybe Santos
believing
is
it.
right. You know,
Yeah, and then he's like, and then after a while, he keeps provoking him, and he's like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this
I
at
could
Mania.
definitely, I could definitely see it being like Ray, Carlito, and Dragon Lee versus Legato at Mania.
Nah,
Like that's what.
I need a one on one. I would love to see that match. Do it at Chamber.
Okay, yeah,
I want
yeah,
Santos and Ray one on one.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
That'd
that
probably be
would
better
be
to be
I
honest.
think that would be a fire match. I think maybe if that's I don't know if that's where they're leaning for Ray to
To end
end
his career.
things.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be against Dom. I thought that was it. I thought Dom was gonna
yeah,
win, and it was gonna be, but no, we got 2 more years of Ray,
of
which
Ray.
is like a
Yeah,
groundhog. Yeah, we got two more years of him, which is cool. You know what I mean? We
yeah,
always love Ray. And it wasn't like they just were putting him in a big spot because of his big name. Like they actually had him doing mid card stuff,
exactly.
which I'm
Yeah,
fine with. So it would be cool to see a Santos versus Ray. And like we've always talked about, if this is the year that this is Ray's last Mania, do the hair versus mask. Have
exactly.
Ray lose. Like we all know what he looks like without his mask on. Get
Yeah.
over it. You know what
If
I
you have
mean?
Google,
Like
you should know what he looks like without his mask
exactly.
on. Yeah.
Like come on, man. Um, but yeah,
But
I
the
think
thing,
Santos wins this, and I think it leads to that him and Ray down the line.
I think that Ray was supposed to have his last match this past WrestleMania. That I think once they told him that he was winning, they were like, you know what? Let me try to go out the way I want to, you know,
Yeah,
type of thing. It's like that probably was his last, wanted to be his last match. That's probably why they inducted him to the Hall of Fame this year. It's
yeah,
like, oh, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna pull Ric Flair, have one more match, and that's gonna be my final match. But I guess because of that they
yeah.
wanted him to win, they were like, okay, let me just wait another year to see what the story is with my retirement.
But it does make sense for like 40 to be like 40's. That's it.
Yeah,
Like this is a
because
big number.
no one's
Kind of like how we talked about Cena. Like 40 is a big number. Like if you're gonna have one last match, this is the one to do it.
exactly no
Don't
one's
do
gonna
it at
remember
like a
39. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
39, 41, 40.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta do it at a big one, and this is a big one. Like
This is
so maybe this is the year we get it. I think that would be dope. I think that would help elevate Escobar. If he beats Ray, like we've seen it, but like if he beats Ray on a big stage like Mania, that's like that's the golden ticket for anyone. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Beating one of a guy like that at a show like that is incredible.
yeah. So it makes sense. So
Definitely.
yeah, I agree with you here. I think Santos does need to win this.
Santos, yeah.
You know,
You gotta build it up, man. You gotta make him seem like a threat at least. You
there's
know what I
that. I feel
mean?
like there's also definitely gonna be like some type of interaction afterwards. Like probably Zelina's gonna come out
Yeah.
with the other two, and
But that's what
like
I'm saying. You never know what's gonna happen.
yeah, yeah. Because I don't see it just being like a win.
Maybe a
And
turn, maybe a call up. You never know.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. Carrillo and Garza, they make sense.
Yeah.
Like, ah, I don't need you guys. I got other backup. But then that's probably what happens. Like maybe down the line, that's when Cruz and Wild are like, you know what, you're right. I'm gonna join you guys, and then they join
Yeah.
Santos and Legato. It's even bigger Legato.
Yeah. He's like,
What LWO
fuck
was supposed to
LWO.
be. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He was like, fuck LWO.
yeah.
That'd be
Exactly.
crazy. That would
Uh,
actually be dope. I need
and then
Escobar.
you
I'm so
call up
happy.
Electra Lopez, Lola Vice, three
Yep.
women and four guys, five
Yep.
guys. That'd be insane. A big ass
Yeah.
faction. That makes sense.
And they
But yeah,
love their factions right now. They are loving
yeah,
their factions, baby.
exactly.
In every company, they are loving the factions.
It's war game season. You got to build a faction
Yeah, I
somehow.
guess so, man.
I guess, yeah. But Santos is winning here. I feel like that makes
Most
more
deaf.
sense.
Yeah, most deaf.
Yeah. So next matchup on the card is for the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley against Zoe Stark. Um, I want Zoe Stark to win. I want it to happen, but I know it's not gonna
I
happen.
should log off this fucking call.
Dude, I said I know it's not gonna happen. Like it's kind of like
Yeah,
when
and
we
you
said for
did pick
Crown
her for
Jewel.
this. You did pick her for Crown Jewel too.
I
Not that you
did.
picked her. You said that you had a feeling she might win it.
Yeah, I meant like yeah, I had a
You
feeling
were
she
like,
might that
You were
she
like, I want her to win it. Like I wouldn't be mad if she did.
and she could win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I feel like, and I said this a while back when she got drafted. It seems like she's the filler, uh, person, like Natalia type of thing.
yeah,
We know she's not winning it. Do we want her to win? Of course,
yeah.
but we know she ain't winning this one. So, as much as I love Zoe Stark, I don't see her winning this one. I'll be very shocked if she did. Um, but I just I don't know. You know, it's pretty obvious
You
that
think she's
they
beating
love.
Rhea?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Rhea.
Because it's a tough division too on the Raw roster. Let's say if like Raquel won it at Crown Jewel or Shayna,
Yeah.
then whoever
This
faced,
is a whole different story then.
yeah, that'd be a whole different story. They maybe
But
like actually
Rhea,
no, it'll probably be the same thing if Zoe's going 1-on-1 with them. You know what I mean? Like if it's Shayna versus Zoe or Raquel versus Zoe, anyone would say the other person but Zoe.
yeah, but she had because she has a better chance against them. Rhea is just on another level above everybody else. Not only in the ring, but character wise. You know what I mean? She is the face of the women's division. Whether
Yeah,
she's holding that belt or not, she could lose that belt. She's still gonna be the face of the women's division. Kind of
yeah,
like how Bianca was had that little run. I want to say it was around 37, right? When
yeah.
she beat Sasha. When she beat Sasha, she was the face of the division. At the time, she had the belt, so she was the face. But if you would have taken that belt off of her, she was still gonna be the face. And I feel like that's how it is with Rhea right now. Like you could take the belt off of her, she still is. She's she is that guy of the women's division. You know what I mean?
She's
Like,
her. She's
yeah,
her.
she's her.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? So, um, she's held it for a minute now. Does she need the belt? No, but I think you could let her hold it a little longer.
How long? How much longer? Would you say? Would you still say Rumble? Because I think that was the last time you said
Hmm.
was a perfect time for her.
I did say Rumble, but now I changed my mind. I think just leave it till Mania, because that'd be a
Okay.
big win for whoever's taking it off of her. That's a year in the making. You know what I mean? Like, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
she
that
won
she
at
won it at
Mania, right?
Mania. Yeah.
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 So a year in the making. Yeah. So for somebody to take it off of her, it's kind of like somebody taking off the belt off of Roman. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, okay, this is gonna be a
That big
big
feeling. Yeah.
moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she's ran through everybody.
Pretty
So
much. Yeah.
like for somebody to take the belt off of her should be like at a Mania. Who knows? It might be Zoe. Maybe this is just like her. Let's get a feel of how the crowd reacts
Yeah.
to close calls. You know what I mean? Let's see if they really with her.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'll be a great match. I think that's how it is. Like, if it's a great match, if the crowd's behind her, then
Yeah.
yeah, just give her the win.
It's kind of like how I feel with the LA Knight thing. That's how the LA Knight match was made. But they did it wrong for doing it in Saudi because it was like you're not
The
gonna get
crowd was just dead.
yeah, you're not gonna get authentic reaction. You know what I mean? Here you're in Chicago, one of the best wrestling cities.
Hmm.
Yeah, the fans might be assholes, but at least they let you know what they like and what they don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's only a couple towns that will do that. Which is probably Chicago, New York, maybe the West Coast, like LA.
Yeah. Maybe LA.
Yeah,
Philly might be a big crowd too.
yeah,
To be a big crowd, like a tough crowd to compete in front of.
yeah.
So Mania might be tough for some people.
Mania is gonna be
Yeah.
fucking tough,
Tough,
bro.
yeah.
Because people are
They'll
gonna be
let
like,
you know if it's the wrong decision in that audience.
because some people are gonna be like, it's Mania, we should be happy that we're here, and then there's gonna be fans that are there like, this is
Hardcore
Mania, and
fans.
I just spent mad money, and you're giving me this. You know what I mean? Like that's what
Yeah.
you. So Philly's
Yeah.
gonna be tough. So Triple H better be ready and
They get
come locked and
backlash.
loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, better come with a
Yeah.
crazy ass card, homie, because
Uh,
they won't let you forget it.
yeah, they'll say shit next
They'll
year, be like,
boo the
"Fuck."
main event. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
since it's a big ass crowd, and
Imagine
they
if this year's
did
WrestleMania
you
was in
see that
Philly.
they added more seats?
I didn't even see that. No.
Yeah, they said they added more seats, and people were saying that there might not be a stage. I said if Triple H brings back the old school no stage, I'm gonna be tight. I feel
But
like that's what's kind of like that's a like I get it. It's very old school. You have like back in the day, it was just a curtain. Like if you ever
the
see
curtain.
like
Yeah, yeah.
the first WrestleManias is just a curtain, and then it's like they start getting small stages.
The stage means a
And
lot though, so I prefer a
now,
stage.
yeah, like I feel like ever since I want to say WrestleMania, when was the first like big stage that we got? Maybe like
It's like
WrestleMania.
20.
No, because
No, early before that.
where people start looking at the sets would probably be like around 15, 16. People start
Okay.
looking at them. Because if you ask anybody, be like, yo, what's the best WrestleMania set? No one's going to say anything under 15.
Yeah,
No one's
yeah.
going to say the curtain at WrestleMania 4. You know what I
Remember the
mean?
curtain?
Like,
Yeah, yeah. Remember
so
that?
after that, and then after 20, that's when it started becoming, WrestleMania
Yeah,
now has a theme, and the theme got to go with the stage.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I get,
It
yeah,
kind of started like at 20, because then it was like they had the buildings because they were in New York. Then
yeah.
21 they were in Hollywood, so they had like the red carpet. What was the one for 22? I don't even remember. I think it was just a whole bunch of fucking blocks. It
I
was
think 24 was an outside one, the first one
Yeah,
they had
that was the
outside with the
Miami
stage.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
so like that, it became a thing. So to take that away, I get it. You want to fit more people. I get it. You're fucking money hungry because you're such a fucking bankrupt company. Um, like
yeah,
just fucking, and you're adding more seats for probably more money. You know what I mean? Like it's probably gonna be obstructed view. They won't tell you though till you
yeah,
get there. Um, but yeah, like I need the stage, bro. That's a big part of Mania. I know we
yeah,
went off topic, but I saw that and it
yeah.
really like I was
Pissed
like,
you off.
there's no fucking way we're about to go to
Not
Philly
have a
and have a
stage.
WrestleMania 3 where nigga, like people are coming out of a curtain. That's crazy. Like this is a house
Yeah,
show. That's wild. What are we doing?
yeah,
But yeah. But like I said, going back to the original topic, I get it, it's a big four. It would mean a lot to take it off of Rhea, but I think taking it off at Mania would
be
help
a bigger
more.
deal for the
It'll
person.
be a way more bigger deal for the opponent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would say the same thing.
Because now it's like if they give it to her, right? You think she's holding it past Mania? You think she drops at Mania?
Mm-mm. I think, because you got to think of it. Like they have, we don't even
Cause
know
she
who's going to
didn't
win the
make it out
Rumble.
Royal Rumble with the belt.
I'd say Australia rear wins it back because that's she's probably gonna have like a rematch. You know, might not be at Rumble. Maybe it'll be a Rumble, but like if you want to have a rematch, I would say no. This is what I would say. I would
Cause
say have Rhea
Australia is
hold
a
it.
elimination chamber, right?
Yeah, I would say have maybe. Actually, no. I think if she loses it now, it gives the person Zoe Stark time to hold it and have a reign. You know,
I think Rhea should go. I think Rhea should keep the belt. And I think she should go into Australia as a champion. And be in an elimination chamber match.
yeah. And
And
then
she
her
does
performance will get the crowd hyped.
and she does the Shayna.
Eliminate everybody one by one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But we already know who she's fighting. Like
Like what do you mean?
whoever wins the Rumble.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Whoever
yeah,
wins
yeah.
the Rumble's going after her. But now
So
she
it's
has
not
to
like
defend
it's
it.
not
She's
like
got to keep it. She's got to
so
keep it now.
it's not like one of those stupid number one contender elimination chamber that they do every year for the
No,
women.
no, no, no. This one's actually for the belt.
Yeah,
And then you could either let her do the Shayna where she just comes in and runs through
that'd
everyone,
be that'd be insane.
or you have
Maybe
her
that
come out as number one and let her do it slowly. Like that she beats them and then walking around
the
the
first one
chamber
out the pod or
waiting.
the number
No,
one
the,
like
like number one, like she starts the match off.
okay.
Let's say it's her and Natalia, right?
She beats Natalia in
She
like
beats
five
her in
seconds.
she beats her like in 30 seconds, 40
Yeah,
seconds. And then just walking around the ring waiting. The next person comes out. Like that.
yeah.
She has to wait again. And then it's not till like the Raquels or the Nayas come in that then
That's
it's
when
like,
it's tough.
now we're starting to pack up this chamber. Yeah. But you should have her going into Mania like if you gotta have her on it, if you gotta have her with the belt, do like something like that, so it looks like, yo, there's no way somebody's taking this belt off of her. So
Yeah,
that when they do win at Mania, it's like, whoa, like, yo, she took down Rhea. You know what I mean? Like, it's a
yeah,
way more like, um, way more special moment. Not that this wouldn't be a special moment because
yeah.
Rhea has had a good run with it, but like at a Mania is just different.
I think Rio's reign as of the last few months have been better than the first few months. Um, I think it's starting to pick up. At first, it was like they had nothing for her. Now she has credible opponents, and she's been having great matches each title defense.
But that's not on her.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm not saying
That's
it's on
not on
her.
her. That's not on her. That's not on the division. That's on the fucking writers for not building anyone up on the side.
Yeah,
Cause like even though I forget who did she fight at Mania?
Charlotte.
Charlotte, right?
Yeah,
Instead of doing that, right, building them up, and then also building up like an underdog on the side that you're like, yo, everybody's rooting for, you did it. So like the first couple months was like, she had nobody
stale.
to fight. Yeah, she had nobody to fight because you didn't
Yeah,
build anyone.
I feel like she didn't even defend it for like the first few months. I feel
Yeah,
like she was just
she was
holding
doing
it,
a
and then
lot of Judgment Day stuff.
yeah, it was like her
It was,
focusing on Dom. I think that's what they were focusing on, and then
yep,
she was
which
part of that
helped,
storyline after.
which
Yeah,
helped
yeah,
Dom a lot.
yeah,
But yeah, I do agree with you that the last couple months have been better than the first couple.
yeah. But I think I know Rio's gonna win this, but it's like I just wouldn't be mad if Zoe won it.
So you gotta
So
take Zoe.
I want Zoe, but I know they're gonna give it to Charlotte, which I'm not mad at. I'm not saying it's a bad decision. It's just it, it's it's realistically they're not gonna give it up to Zoe so far. I think.
Nah, nah, it's Rhea, baby.
Yeah, exactly. It's Rio. It's
Mommy's
Rio.
winning. Yep.
So yeah. Next matchup on the card, which is a match I'm excited for, the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus The Miz.
Hmm.
Do you think The Miz will take the title off of Gunther now?
I don't know.
Because I think it's possible.
It's
I think it's
possible.
possible.
And you know what? I wouldn't be mad at it.
Me neither. Because
I
they
wouldn't be mad at it because Miz winning, right? It's the Miz. It's the fucking Miz. Like you could give him any belt, he's gonna do something with it, right? But if Gunther loses, we know that like I it's about to be Rumble season. There's only one reason why they would take it off of him.
yeah,
Even though I still say keep it on him and let him win the Rumble.
okay,
We haven't seen an IC champion like this in a while. We haven't seen an IC run like this in a couple years, right? I get it, all the records he's breaking and stuff like that. But there was a couple years ago where the IC title was on a run. And who had that title?
Miz,
The man he's facing. And
yeah,
that was the last time I said this comment. But this might be the year to do it.
yeah.
Champion versus champion at Mania.
I don't know because I'm not disagreeing with the second part, but I feel
Listen,
like they're gonna end up giving it to the Miz, so that way they're focusing on Gunther, win the Rumble, and have him face the World Heavyweight Championship.
I get
Because
that, and I wouldn't be mad at that. I
me
wouldn't be
neither.
mad at that at all. But if there's a year, right, to
Yeah,
do, because when they did it the first time, right, what was it, Mania 6? Hogan and Warrior, that holding the IC belt, holding the world champ, boom,
yeah,
becomes double champ. That was a moment that lives in like so many people's mind in history and one of the best Mania moments, right?
yeah,
And all he did was really like just think about the match, right? Now the people that we got holding the belts, right?
yeah.
Let's say it's gonna be him and I guess Rollins because he's never losing that belt. I think that's a fire match.
Yeah.
I think if Gunther beats him and holds those two belts at the end of Mania, because they'll probably put them like night one, the main event. I think that's a moment right there.
It is.
Of course, it would be dope to put them as the main event of night two, but you can't because of the whole Roman situation. But if there's a year to do a champion versus champion match, it's this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Gunther. And then, and only then, when Gunther wins, comes out on Raw the next night, gives up the IC belt.
Yeah, Bacon's it. Yeah,
He
yeah.
never loses it. He
Yeah.
never loses it. He
Me I
gives
have
it
a
up.
feeling I have a feeling that he was gonna do that before the Rumble. To be like, you know what? I've held this title for too long. It's already
Listen. With
prestige.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
wanted to go win the Rumble and win the World Championship. I don't care about this one anymore.
yeah.
That's when he relinquishes it.
The way with the stupid booking and writing that they've had these past couple weeks, I could see that fucking happening. I
Yeah.
could see that happening. And it's like,
But it'll make
but
the
just
story it'll make the story much bigger for him to be like, nah, this one is not that important to me because I want the World Championship. I want to make that one better. I want to
yeah,
make
but if he comes and he's like, your title means I'm the real champion. Your
yeah.
champion was just made because somebody else was holding their belt too long.
Yeah.
This is the real. Have you seen what I did the last? What was it? 2 years that he's held it.
Two a year and a half. Yeah. Almost two
Have
years.
you seen
Yeah.
what I've done with this belt? No one has brought this much relevancy to the IC champion that they rather see the IC title on the line rather than your paper champion.
yeah.
Now you got a story, right? Because now this guy's calling himself the real world champion of Raw.
Yeah.
Now Rollins
That's
gotta fight him. He don't even need to win the Rumble. Now you gotta fight him. And I think like that, I think that would be a. I get it. It would be like, whoa, he don't even care about this belt. Like he wants that belt. But if he goes into it real heel, I feel like that's a babyface thing to do though, giving up the belt.
nah.
You
Samoa
know what
Joe
I
did it.
mean? But look at what Samoa Joe's doing right now.
It's still heel
Did
work.
he just help MJF? He's a tweener right now, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Joe's
I
a tweener.
guess. I
You know what I
guess.
mean? Like you would see that from like a Rollins to be like, I'm the IC champion, but I want to be in the Rumble, so I'm gonna give up this belt so I can have a spot. I don't need a spot in the Rumble. I am the real champion. Boom, right there. You got a story already. And then he's
Yeah.
just like, I don't feel like defending both. So I'm gonna give
I.
up the IC belt. Here you go.
But the thing is
Since
too
this
is like
one's newer.
the thing is too is like I feel like the Miz is the perfect person to take the title off
No,
of
yeah.
Gunther.
Oh, 100%.
So if there's any chance without having Gunther to vacant the championship before getting to the World Heavyweight Championship picture, this is the guy to do it. But the thing is also, you said that for Chad Gable, you said that for Matt Riddle, you said that for a lot of these guys, and I feel like it might be like a deja vu type moment with Roman to where it's like every single person, well, majority of the people that Roman faced was like, oh, that person should have won, blah blah blah. I feel like before it gets to that point to be like, okay, maybe Gunther, it's finally time for him to give it up. Do it now to
I
be
don't.
like, okay, people aren't gonna be mad at this. If the Miz
Yeah.
pins Gunther cleanly or whatever way he does it, at least it's someone that deserves to win it instead of some random person that hasn't. I don't know.
No,
I
yeah.
think this is the perfect
I
time to do
definitely
it.
feel you because there have been people that have faced Gunther and you're like, oh, damn. Not that they should have won, but I wish they would have won. They deserve it. Yeah, but look at Gunther. Who's beating that man?
Somebody has to. Like, you know what I
We
mean?
said that about Roman, and Roman's been champ for 3 years, and no one's pinned him yet except for a tag match that happened.
Yeah.
I just think if you want to build Gunther as like the heel of the heel, you would have him keep the belt. You would have him go on that run like I'm the real champion of Raw, and even give him main events on Raw. Like, where have you been?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when he cuts a promo on Rollins, where have you been? I've been on the main event. I usually don't see you when I finish my matches. You already going home? Like what? Like do shit like that. Like that feeds into it. But if there is a person to take it off of Gunther, it is the Miz.
You know how cool it would be for have the Miz to have his ninth reign?
Yeah, Total.
And
I'm a huge Miz fan. I love the Miz.
I wanted to ask you something because I'm like,
What's
I
up?
know you're a big Jericho guy.
Yeah.
Did you know what happened last night on Raw?
Why?
They didn't even mention Jericho's name when they talked about like the longest reigning IC champion.
Cause
They're
they
like, oh,
petty.
if the Miz wins, he'll tie the longest reigning IC title, and they just didn't say anything else. Like, okay, just don't mention Jericho, who also has that same amount of records.
Yeah.
But it would be
And
cool
better
though.
reigns too, but we won't get into that.
but
But it was a
it,
different time. It was a.
yeah, yeah. But it would
But
be
it.
cool to see the Miz get that ninth reign.
Nah,
It'll
yeah.
be pretty sick.
It would be cool. It would be cool. I just. I don't know how I feel about Gunther getting pinned though.
What if it's like the other two of Imperium costing the match, or like they're out and then it's like they're arguing, they're trying to help, but then
Cost him
that's how you
the.
started. I guess it wouldn't be the smartest booking, but
Nah.
it's got to
I
happen
could
some
see
way.
the Miz winning though. I feel if he wins, people are gonna get their expectations way too high. Because people are gonna be like, "Whoa, they took the belt off of Gunther. That means he's winning the Rumble. That's it."
Because what if he is? Who knows? But that's
You
probably the
never know.
plan right now.
We don't even know because there's so many people that gotta finish their stories. We don't know who's gonna win that Rumble.
I don't know. Maybe
And the
that'll make it
and
even less predictable for everyone.
yeah, it does make it less predictable. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what's more unpredictable than the IC champ winning the Rumble?
Yeah.
You would be like, oh, he's gotta get out. He's got a belt. He's got, he's gotta get out. What's he
I mean,
doing? The
he
past
was
3?
IC champ when Cody won this year, and he was the final two. People thought he was gonna win it, and then he didn't. But if he would have won it this year, it would have been like, oh shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He was
that's
close to
what.
winning it, so
Yeah, but I'm telling you, bro. I think if there's a year to do it, this is the year. But if you don't, Miz is the perfect. Miz is the perfect candidate to take the belt off of him.
1000%, thousand
Yeah,
percent.
but I'm still going with Gunther on this one.
Damn, I really want the Miz, but I think it's gonna be
Now I would
Gunther.
love the Miz. I fucking love the
You know
Miz.
what? I'm gonna say Miz. I'm gonna say Miz winning it.
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna say
respect
Miz
it.
winning it, and whether I don't know how, I don't know like if it's gonna be clean, it's gonna be distraction, then it's gonna be like, oh shit, Gunther. I think it's gonna be like an oh shit type of moment, not
And
in like a
and
bad
who
way.
knows? This might be just a start to the rivalry.
Yeah. What if it continues? What if it's not the end of it? What if Gunther wants a
Exactly.
rematch? And then
Or
that's
what
when
if
he wins it back.
Gunther wins, but Miz isn't done with him, and then he ends up losing it like at Rumble or something.
Yeah.
You never
Exactly.
know.
Exactly. So
But for
it could be
but for
that.
this one, I'm gonna go Gunther.
I want to stay with the Miz. I don't
Okay,
know.
I respect
I
it.
want to be shocked. So yeah, I got the Miz. Next match is one of the War Games, the Women's War Games match. We got Team Damage Control, Io Sky, Bailey, Asuka, Kyrie Sane versus Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Shotzi. What are your thoughts on this
You
match,
want
and
to
who
hear
do
a
you have
hot
winning?
take? You ready for a
Hot take.
hot take? I could care less about this fucking match.
I mean, I understand, but
I love all the women in this match except for Becky, but I respect her as a wrestler. Like
uh,
I still I'm a fan of her wrestling, and so I'm just not the biggest fan of her. But I don't know.
the
They didn't
storyline's
get me with
there.
this one. They didn't. I feel like they didn't capture me with this one. It's a good storyline. I couldn't get into it. I don't know what it is.
There were weeks where it was like, okay, what's going on here? But it was kind of it felt like that for a while to be like, oh, this it
Yeah,
must be the War
I
Games
hope they
match.
show out. I hope it's a great match. But I feel
Yeah,
like with this match, it's like somebody like just walking, dragging their feet, like, and it's like, wow, like what, like, get me interested, bro. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But like I said, I hope it's a great match. I hope they prove me wrong. I know it's gonna be a great match. It's just I just wasn't captivated by this story.
we I think because it makes sense. Like as long as for me, it's like as long as everyone involved is in the storyline, it makes sense
Yeah,
to me. Like I don't care what happens. I think the story, like, if we think about it, the women's match, there's no other storyline that's really involved in it. Um, Not really any other you know storylines have like 4 or 5 people per
Yeah.
side to go along with it, anyways. So, and I agree. I mean, it's not like the best storyline they put on for War Games, but again, it's just I'm excited for the match. It's all
But
really
that's what I'm
matters.
saying. Like I think it's gonna be a
Yeah,
great match. I just
it is.
to
Yeah.
the build up, just I can't be excited about it.
Were you one
I
of those
am excited
people?
because it is it's
War Game.
like come on, it's a 4-4 War Games match. Of course I'm
Yeah.
excited, but I wish I was more excited. You know what I mean? Like you know how
Yeah.
there's some matches that's just like, why is this even on the card? Like that's not this one, but like there was times I was like, yo, y'all like dragging this out. Like just get the teams together already. And
Yeah.
that was finally they finally got them. I just it didn't catch me.
But
But
were
like I
you one of
said,
those people?
what's
Were
up?
you one of those people that like were mad that Becky Lynch was like added on last minute
Oh no, I
too?
knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna.
Yeah.
You can't
Because people were tight. They were like,
for this kind of show. You need that kind of star power. You know what I mean? And you
exactly.
kind of like the whole men's thing, which we'll get into. But like it had to be Becky. There was no one else.
Literally, yeah.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like so,
Exactly.
I saw that people were like upset. I was like,
Yeah.
what did you
Who else? Yeah.
expect? Like,
Exactly.
who else did you think was gonna come out? Who did
Because
you expect
literally anybody else would not have made sense whatsoever.
whatsoever? Yeah,
Becky, anything actually makes sense. Like you said, it makes sense because she actually has history with damage control. So what were people
exactly,
expecting? Fucking Zelina Vega, Tamina,
exactly.
fucking who do you want in the match?
Facts.
Like I don't get it. Jade Cargill, who hasn't even have a
I
match yet.
saw a lot of
I'm
that,
like,
and I was like, why would you even do that? That would make no sense whatsoever.
exactly. Not either way, it wouldn't make any sense. So
Yeah,
it had to be Becky or no one else.
yeah.
Shotzi's probably the odd person out in this match.
Shotzi is
Yeah.
such an odd one out
The reason why I get this is for Shotzi, it's like you need someone to do the stunts off cages and stuff like that. That
yeah,
I get.
because you gotta think.
Storyline
Yeah,
wise, doesn't make sense, but in terms of making cool spots, I get it.
because think about it. No one else on that team is gonna do nothing crazy.
Probably EO because EO is typically the one to do stuff
No,
like
but
that.
like on her team, on
Oh
Shotzi's team.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Look at that. They can't risk anything. Kind of
exactly.
like what
Yeah,
we talked about last year. That was like,
Becky
why
did it
would they
last
put?
year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was like, why would they put Roman in this? You're
exactly.
like Mania's coming up, Rumble's coming up. You could like anything could happen in here.
Yeah,
So it's kind of
Real-
like the
yeah.
same thing with you have your four biggest women stars,
5,
five.
Oscar and Bailey.
Yeah, yeah.
5, yeah.
You got
Because
stars in there. You gotta be
Becky
careful.
was doing it last year with she jumped off the corner. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
like
But
I was
also
like,
she
Jesus,
wasn't what
it
was
was
she doing
cool,
at
but it
that
was like,
time? She wasn't like in the
yeah,
title picture, was she? Or what?
I don't think so. I think what did she enter Mania? No, she didn't. What did she do for Mania? Was she with the Raw Women's Championship? Was
I
it her and
couldn't
Bianca?
tell you to be honest.
It might have been
Maybe it
her
might
and
have been her and
Bianca.
Bianca.
Hold on, I gotta
I
check.
don't know. There's 2 days. They confuse me now. I be thinking like
Yeah,
like
it might have been her and
yeah, I
Bianca
think it was her and Bianca.
because
But
Rhea won the Rumble to face Charlotte, so might have been that. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, it's
But I
it's
hope it's a good match. I just the build up just didn't get me. But
oh, it was
that doesn't take away from
Oscar versus
anything.
Bianca. It was
It was
Oscar
Oscar
versus
and
Bianca.
Bianca.
Yeah.
Who did Becky fight though? Was she
Becky,
out of Mania?
I
Oh,
think
was it the
she.
Trish shit?
Yeah, it was.
The tag?
Yeah, it was Trish, Lita, and Becky versus Damage Control.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
they
was.
were wrestling in slow motion. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like,
Uh,
why would you put them on? Why would you do that? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you put them in there with like the fastest team. Damage Control is like a
Yeah.
fast paced group, and then
Yeah.
you got Lita over here doing moves like how I would do them right now in the shape I am in. And it's like, what are you doing, homie?
uh, but yeah.
I got
I actually,
Damage
I
Control though.
yeah, I got. I was gonna say control because I think they're gonna give it just because I don't want the other team to win. They're
Yeah,
probably gonna give it to Bianca's team.
yeah,
But I kind of want the win to go to damage control to continue their story
yeah. Give it to the heels, baby.
because I feel like the match was supposed to be Like the original plan of this match was supposed to be Dakota for Damage Control's team, Asuka on Bianca's team, and no Shotzi or no
Yeah,
Becky. But then her injury, that's why they put Asuka on her side, on Bailey's side, and added Shotzi or Becky.
yeah,
Um,
maybe.
but the whole storyline of like they have tension, they're trying to kick Bailey out, that adds to the story. And if you want that story to continue, I think by them winning will make it much more big of a deal.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they won it. Maybe Oscar gets the pin or Kyrie gets the pin, but it was supposed to go to Bailey. She wanted to
yeah,
be her
something like
moment.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. So then that causes tension. Like, oh shit.
I can see that. Yeah,
Um,
I'm not
or
mad at
maybe
that.
Io
Yeah,
does it, or Oscar does something, or Kyrie does something, and then Io pins like
it's
Bianca.
like what the fuck.
Exactly. It's like I thought we discussed I was gonna pin her, not
Yeah,
you. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't even know who has the advantage anyway, so that probably has a tie in.
did
We
they?
probably find out on
They
Friday
didn't do nothing, right?
because I think
The
the
men had the
graphic says
match. The men had the match. I don't think the women had anything.
I think it's like they're voting online for an advantage. Probably gonna go to Bianca's team anyways because people are gonna vote for them.
Online?
Yeah,
What year
that's
are
what I
we in?
saw.
Is this Taboo Tuesday? What are
Is
we
this Cyber
doing?
Sunday? What are we doing?
Cyber Sunday? Vote for your fucking favorite wrestlers. Like, yo,
Yeah,
what?
but I'm glad it's 4-on-4. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
this it makes sense to do this match 4-on-4 because you can't just throw in two random people for no reason. Um,
yeah. I
you
still,
know
I still wish it was just a regular 4-on-4
what do you mean?
instead of a War Games.
Why?
I don't know. I just
I think it'll be a fun War Games match. It'll be fun to
nah. Of
see.
course it will be, but like these are all your stars of the women
Yeah,
division.
yeah.
If
That's
Bianca lands wrong, if Io lands wrong, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. Be careful, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Be careful.
yeah. I
I,
mean, who
cause
knows?
I
Who
love
knows?
these kinds of matches, but then I'll be watching it. And it's like, yo, let's be careful, guys.
I mean, yeah. But when they were in NXT, all their stars were in it, so it was like
Yeah,
they
but
played it
also,
safe.
but NXT was also like, you have time to recover on NXT. You know what I mean? Well,
Oh
now they
yeah,
have the weekly show, but back then it was like if you had War Games, you might not be showing up on NXT TV till like 2 or 3 weeks. You
yeah,
got some time. Now it's that they're on every week. Um, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun match. But yeah, I got Damage Control.
yeah. I mean, you do get damage control just to continue their story.
Definitely.
Next match, the final match on the card is a 5-on-5 men's war games. You got Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre facing the team of Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and the returning Randy Orton. You got your hot take, say it.
Let's talk about this bullshit. First of all, Cody
Bullshit.
coming in last night with the puns was fucking that was so cringy. Second of all, why would you announce Randy Orton when he didn't even show up last night? Wouldn't you announce him with him showing up, like maybe like a surprise appearance, so you get a reaction, not just somebody coming in saying words from his song? Third of all, wouldn't it be a bigger reaction if he just shows up on Sunday without telling anybody?
I mean, it was predictable anyways.
No, of
So
course it was predictable, and we all knew it was Randy. But think of the pop. Like he's still gonna get a pop, right? Because
yeah, then what's
it's Randy. Think if you don't know who it is and the song hits. Think about that pop. That's an incredible pop.
but
That's an incredible moment. Oh
his theme
shit, it
songs
is Randy.
I feel like it's gonna be like a moment to where like kind of like Kevin Owens that one year in NXT, to where like it was a surprise entry. Even though yes, we know who it is now, but like it's gonna
Yes.
be like the same moment to where like Randy's not gonna be seen. He's gonna be the last
Nah.
one in their team to enter the match, but
Nah,
we're
it's
not gonna
still
see him until his music hits when
yeah,
the
but
time is up.
we still know it's him. It's not a surprise. Like
But
but
everyone's still gonna act the
it
same
was
way.
for them to save their ass though. It's for
Like how?
WWE to save their own ass that you can't complain that CM Punk's not on the show. You can't say that we try to advertise him because we gave you who's the last person in the match. We're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So if he doesn't show up, you can't be mad. We told you who the surprise entrance was. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I think it was them more doing that, covering their own ass. Like it's Randy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't speculate. Don't look on a fucking poster that has smoke with an X
Yeah,
randomly and
yeah.
say it's an Easter egg. I've seen so much reaching with the Easter eggs. It's incredible. It's
Regard
incredible the way the internet just reaches for shit. And this is
Everything's a CM Punk
and this
reference
has
for them.
happened for years. Even when he left WWE. Like if there was any rumor of oh he's in talks to come back. Oh, uh his song was in a promo. Or oh, did you see they showed CM Punk getting pinned in a video package? Oh, he gotta be coming back. Or
Yeah.
even in the early days of AEW, CM Punk gotta show up. Like they're signing everybody. He's gotta show up. Like, oh, they did this, and that means Punk. Like,
Yeah.
relax.
Exactly.
Take
Exactly.
it easy. Stop with the reach. If he shows up, he shows up. And if he doesn't, just take the L on the chest. They already told you it's Randy.
Yeah.
But what would have been better for me, right? Um, is having Randy there. Like if
Yeah.
that fight would have happened at the end, right? Also, they've been 4 or 5 for weeks, and they always get the upper hand. Why the fuck do they need Randy? That's another conversation. Because they're building them fucking strong. This babyface team, and that's why I feel like they're gonna fucking lose. Um, but I would have had him come out at the end, have
I
that
mean,
big brawl, and then the music hits, and then that's when you could be like, oh, it's Randy, because you got the reaction of his return. It's kind of like when Dave Batista came back, and in his first night he said, "I'm gonna be in the Rumble." I was like, why would you do that, bud? Cody
yeah.
coming back, he'll be at the Rumble. We knew that, but why would you say it? It's the same thing. Like we knew it was Randy, but why would you tell us? Like let it just happen.
Like my thoughts were like I don't care about all that. Was it corny what Cody was saying? Of course. He made it corny. But was
Yeah,
am
you
I
could have had
tight that
somebody
he
else do that. That was
yeah.
like
He kept on going. I'm like, dude, we get it.
we
Like
got
you
it.
can say, "Oh, I heard voices in his head." I'm like, "Fucking dude, it's Randy." You just say his name.
You think we're
Um,
prey? You think we're
yeah.
prey? I was like,
I thought he was gonna keep going. I'm like, dude, shut up. Just we get it.
I would have been in the back and just shut off his mic real quick.
Yeah. But then also the thing is, like, I don't really care how they messed up or if they announced it or not. I'm fucking hyped that Randy's coming back. He they could have told me that last week. They could have told me that on social media right after. I don't care because I'm happy that Randy Orton's back. I'm a huge Randy Orton mark. I love Randy Orton. Everything he's done, like chef's kiss. I love.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong with Randy Orton. The only thing that I have a problem with, it's
war
little
games.
tiny. Exactly.
Yeah, that's
He's been.
that's the one thing. When everybody was like, "It's got to be Randy," I was like,
I'm
"It would
like,
be cool," but like, why would we want him in this match? Like, not
God,
like from the mindset of we don't want Randy in it, but
yeah,
more
yeah.
like homie's coming back from a back injury, like a spine injury.
A
Why
year and
would
a
we put him in this match?
a year and a half. He almost retired.
Yeah,
You want this motherfucker in war games? Fucking, I'd rather take his spot for him. That's how much I care about Randy. One
yeah,
little thing can go wrong. We may not see him for another 2 years or a year and
exactly.
a half. So I'm kind of like, okay, just hopefully take. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said before. I think he's gonna be the last person in that match for his team.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he's gonna take most of the bumps. Maybe he'll
he
take like
he's gonna
in
play the
terms of
role.
like the table spots.
Yeah, he's
Like
gonna use it. He's gonna play the Roman role like Roman did last year. He came
yeah,
in, hit a
you
couple
go out.
moves, and like
Yeah,
sat at the corner. You know what I mean? And like
yeah,
waited for shit to happen, which made sense because you don't
that's
want to
Roman.
put him in danger. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I wouldn't like. It's cool to see Randy. I love Randy. I have
yeah,
nothing wrong with Randy. I just think it would have been better for them just to let it naturally happen at the pay per view. But I see it your way too. I am a little worried with them putting him in war games.
yeah. That's the thing. I'm scared because like I said, one little bad move and he's
Yeah,
gone
and
for
it's
another
got
couple
nothing
months.
against Judgment Day or any of
Or
those
yeah, or the
guys. It's
yeah,
just the structure itself. You know what I mean? And you're in a cage in two rings.
Yeah,
You could fuck up your leg going ring to ring. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You could the littlest thing could happen.
And guess what? He does the RKO. What does he do? Land on his fucking back.
Yeah,
So I get it. He may be cleared by doctors. I'm no fucking doctor. None of
yeah,
the fans are.
nah,
Well, maybe some fans, but we're not his doctor. Um, he may be ready to go. He may have been cleared for months now that he's all good and set to
yeah,
go. We don't know that. But again, doesn't mean that it can't get injured again. You know, like they may be tables involved. They may get hit in the back with a chair. You
yeah,
know, he may get hit thrown to that middle part of the rings. That's metal.
exactly,
So
yeah,
like we don't know that. I'm like kind of worried. I'm like shit. Maybe put him in like maybe have him return the night after or like after the match.
yeah,
Uh, something like do a storyline to where like he was supposed to come out but he doesn't. You
yeah.
know, maybe that could be
I
the
don't,
thing. Like
I don't think
he
he's
doesn't
gonna
show
be in
up.
the match.
He might just like stand around and be like, I don't want to go in there. Like that's the story. Like he
I
just doesn't
think,
want to go in. Let them all do the match. He walks in. It's that way because they all have to be in the match to start. He
yeah,
walks in and walks back out. Like I don't want to be in here. Y'all do the work.
yeah.
And then it's like, what the fuck? Why is this guy not doing
I,
anything?
I think he might just come in and turn on Cody and leave,
Yeah,
and that's gonna
yeah.
be Cody's rivalry until Rumble.
It
Something
could
to
be
keep
like
him busy.
it could be like the Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox thing. It's like they don't enter the match.
Yeah,
Like Randy does enter RKO and leave.
I think he's gonna come in RKO and leave the cage.
Yeah,
I think that's a great way to hype him up for War Games, but also keep him safe. You have him come in, let them line up 5-on-5, and then let maybe Cody take the first step and he just turns him around RKO. They all look at him and he walks out. And they're
yeah.
just like,
Well, he does that to Jey Uso because Jey remember the Jey Uso and Bloodline storyline that caught him out, that tossed him to go out.
yeah,
So it's like, I mean, you just wanted me to show up. You didn't tell me I had to fight. You know,
yeah. But
you just wanted me
I
to
would
fit me.
rather him do it on Cody than
Yeah,
Uso.
but it's like, yeah, either one's fine for me. It's like as
Cause
long as he just gets in there.
I'll be more invested on Randy and Cody, and it'll help me care about Cody than Randy and Jay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll care more about Randy and Cody.
yeah. It's like you know what's crazy? It's like I saw this stat to where like the last time Randy Orton was in WWE, there was like a whole list of things that happened when he was last there,
When was
and
the
like this
last
is the
time he
first time.
wrestled?
Like I think before 38, before Cody even returned. I don't even think Cody. I think it was like right after Cody returned. Actually, no, he was there. He was there when Cody returned. Yeah, because they
Okay.
had like a moment on screen. But like Triple H wasn't even in charge yet when Randy Orton was last there.
Yeah.
It was still Vince. So the fact that he hasn't been booked under Triple H is probably pretty cool to see coming forward. I wonder what Triple H might do to Randy.
Yeah.
Um, but
I mean,
yeah, I think
if Cody's promo from Monday showed anything, hopefully that's not the future of Randy's character. Hopefully, the writers say, you
I
know
mean
what,
I think
maybe
Triple
we
H
shouldn't have
trusts
done that.
I think Triple H trusts Randy or nothing to do with him.
Oh,
They've
of
been
course,
around pretty
that's
often.
his
His guy,
Triple H. Randy is to Triple H what Triple H is to Ric Flair.
like how?
Like how Ric Flair showed Triple H the ropes. If you think about it, that was the whole point of Evolution. During Evolution, Triple H was at his peak, and he was Ric Flair of the Four Horsemen. If you really think about it, the
Yeah,
character side by side was Triple H, like during the Evolution era, is Ric Flair during the Four Horsemen era. And then Triple H decided to take two guys under his wing, and throughout their whole career, they've been attached. And if you think about it, they've had WrestleMania matches, they've had so many um, storylines together, but Triple H really helped put Randy on the map. You know what I mean? And I actually like took him under his wing, and like they've said it in the doc, like he told him like how to like become a man. You know what I mean? Because he was out there
yeah,
wilding. So Triple H and Ric Flair were really the guys there to like teach him, like, nah, homie, let's maybe you should do this. Be more professional. Be more. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be great under Triple H. because that's a Triple H guy right there.
Yeah,
That's the original Triple H guy.
yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
really did.
that's the
Yeah,
original Triple H guy.
yeah. But I think Judgment Day is gonna win it.
They
I don't know.
they
The thing
should
is for
they
me,
should.
like which side's gonna have more tension though? Like is if like I said, like we talked about, like if Randy turns on Cody, um, or is Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest gonna have tension with Judgment Day? You know what I mean? Like, will something happen? Because what I also think is gonna happen, that could possibly happen, is what if after the match, Judgment Day wins and Damian catches in, right? Like I picture this.
Yo,
Imagine if like
I yeah.
imagine if
Go
like they're
ahead.
walking up the stage, they're about to go up to the top and celebrate all George Judgment Day, and Drew McIntyre. Then all of a sudden, like Damian Priest just stops midway, looks behind him, and realizes that every single person is down from the other team. He tries to cash in, cashes in, then he realizes like, oh, I'm the leader. I do whatever I want. You know
Yep.
what I mean? I just won the belt, and none of them stopped me. But then that causes more tension with Finn Balor to be like, yo, I just got the pin for our team. You took my moment by cashing in on Seth Rollins. That was supposed to be my moment. That causes the turn for Judgment Day to kick Damian Priest out, to be like, nah, you're not the leader. You're not even in Judgment Day anymore. We want you out. 4 against 1. You can't do shit now. So now it's like Finn Balor goes out to Priest. He wants, because since he has the upper game now, with the whole crew behind him, who's gonna stop 4-on-1? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like we can actually get help from the other guys. We can take the title off of you. You know what I mean?
I think the cash is happening.
It could possibly
I
happen. It's
think with
War
the help
Games.
I think with the help of Judgment Day though.
I feel like if they do have the help of Judgment Day, it's gonna be a failed cash in. Because like, what if it's
They're gonna
like,
keep everybody out the cage. And it's gonna be just Damien waiting for Seth to get up. And they're gonna lock the door and he's stuck in there with Damien. And he's gonna just wall out on him. And then pin him 1, 2, 3. While
that could be
Judgment Day is
insane?
keeping everybody else out.
But then I feel like that could be like a great way to like have Drew McIntyre turn on Damian Priest to be like, no, you're not doing it. It's my opportunity. I wanted that belt. You're not winning it from him. I
You're not
am.
fucking missing money in the bank, homie. Well, you're not
Exactly.
missing money in the bank. Do you have a title shot? You lost.
Yeah, yeah, you
I
lost
have
yours.
this,
Yeah.
homie. Yeah.
So
But
that could possibly
I
work.
think if it does happen, that should be the way they do it. Have them take everybody out the cage, have him and Rollins, and then he just puts a beat down on Rollins. And it's just like, yo, just pin him already. Like you're wilding, pin him already, bro. I think that would be a cool moment.
That'd be insane. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a great way to end it. You have Randy turn on Cody to start the match, and then
People are gonna lose it.
lose. It's gonna be a roller coaster of a match. You know what I mean?
People will lose it if Priest cashes in. The way
That'd
that
be
I'm
insane.
saying, like everybody, like
Oh,
them helping and keeping everybody out the cage. Even Rhea
yeah,
comes out and she's choking Jey Uso on the stage,
yeah.
making him watch the cash in. That'd be amazing.
Oh shit. Yeah. She tries to lower him into the stage. They're
Yup.
like low key flirting from across the ring, and it's like, yo, come here. And
She
that's when she
just
chokes him out.
she just
Yeah.
catches him.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
I think that would be a cool moment. Do I think it's gonna happen?
Probably
No.
not.
But Judgment Day does need to win this.
Yeah. I mean, unless like if Randy does compete the entire match,
Nah, they still gotta take the L.
unless like he turns at the end,
A Randy return doesn't justify a
a
win for
win.
them.
Yeah. I don't know.
He just doesn't get pinned.
Yeah, that is true. But I do
Who do you
I
think gets pinned?
I
If
say
Judgment Day wins, who do they pin? And if Cody's team wins, who do they pin?
so I would say specifically Finn pins Seth. I think that'll be or Drew, Seth or Drew. Sorry, I mean Finn or Drew pin Seth. If they win, if Seth's team wins, I'd probably give it to either Randy pinning Dom or JD.
Okay.
So that way McIntyre, Balor, and Priest don't take a big loss in the match.
Okay. That's
I feel,
crazy. Finn or McIntyre, you say, to pin Rollins?
yeah, I think it'll be a great story to pin it back to like, yo, I pinned the world champion. We should get a title shot after this. But then he also got the guy who has the briefcase who gets a title shot anytime. So
You want to create tension, tension?
that's a great way to create tension. But then
You
it's
ready
like,
to? You ready? I'm about to create more tension for you. If
what is your
Judgment
theory?
Day wins, Dom needs to pin Rollins.
Ooh, so they each get a shot, or
Cause kind of like I pinned the champ, you're kind of like in the running for the belt now.
yeah,
But
and that's
also
a,
Finn wants the belt. But also Damien's missed the Money in the Bank and wants the belt.
and then Drew wants the belt back because that's why. Ooh, who knows? Who knows?
Now Judgment Day got a problem.
Yeah,
Now you got tension everywhere.
yeah, yeah. Shit, that's insane. But
But yeah,
I kind of feel like if Damien does end up cashing in his briefcase, I do feel like the War Games match is probably the perfect time to do it
yeah.
because, yeah, you probably wouldn't want anyone probably doesn't want Seth to get pinned cleanly by anybody, but this is one of the
He needs
most
to lose
disruptive
that belt.
matches he needs to. Yeah, this is War Games is going to be you know a lot of chaos. So
Yeah.
this is the perfect time to have Seth get pinned when he's beaten down probably if he's the first person on their team to enter the match, that'd make the most sense because he competed the entire match. If he's towards
Cause,
the end, like the fourth person to enter, be like maybe not. But if he's like
not
one of the
cause
first
you,
two,
cause after the match you still gotta get a beatdown from
yeah,
Priest. It's not like just a cash in, hit your finisher. It's like, now we're gonna punish you.
yeah,
Like, I'm punishing you, and then you just have him beat the living hell out of him, and you write Rollins off for a little bit. You give him the rest of the year off,
yeah, that could
and then
probably work.
returns right in time for Royal Rumble. Whether you want to put him in the Rumble match or a rematch against Priest.
That's why I said before, like I kind of feel like they're gonna do a moment to where like they all leave the cage except for Damien. You know, he goes back in, he locks himself back in with Rollins. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So that way, it's like the Judgment Day can't get in and help.
yeah, that makes
You
sense.
know, everyone else on Rollins' team is probably dead too. They can't cost him the match.
Yeah,
But what are they gonna do? Helps Rollins retain the belt? They probably don't give a shit. They just want the belt. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah,
It's like they don't care who has it. They just want the belt.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So they're probably not gonna. I mean, maybe I don't know, but who knows? It
yeah.
could be a cash in.
We gotta wait and see, man.
We gotta wait and see. That
Wait
would
and
be
see.
insane if that
But it's
happens.
gotta be Judgment Day, right?
It has to be Judgment.
It's gotta be.
I want Judgment Day, but I low key feel they're gonna give it to the other team.
Oh,
Maybe.
I know they're gonna give it to the other team,
Yeah.
but Judgment Day needs to win.
Yeah.
You gotta make them
Who
seem like a threat, bro.
who would you have Judgment Day pin on? Did you say who you wanted them to pin? You
Yeah,
said it's Dom Rollins. Dom
Dom and
Rollins. Yeah.
Rollins, yeah.
Yeah.
Or either way, I think Rollins is the one that has to get pinned.
I think so.
Rollins or
Yeah.
Cody.
I would say more Rollins. It adds more story to it. I
Yeah,
think because Cody is like probably the obvious one to pin. But then if you have the World Heavyweight Championship match, it's not a title match, so he's not gonna lose a belt.
yeah,
It just adds like, oh, whoever pins him, they get the title opportunity.
exactly.
That's the
Like if
story.
Jay gets pinned, it's like, of course. If Sammy gets pinned, it's like, oh yeah,
No, it doesn't mean anything.
yeah.
I
But
don't think they're gonna give the pin
Rollins,
to Randy. You know,
nah,
they're not gonna do that. But it's gonna have to be Rollins.
Rollins, yeah, and
Yeah.
Dom.
Oh man,
Hit that
that'd
frog
be insane.
splash, and he just comes off the cage. One, two, three.
But there's also a lot of star power to be doing a lot of dangerous moves.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Not just Randy with his back problems. It's like you have Cody. You know, he competed with the torn pec. I know that,
yeah,
but
but
it's
he's
like,
kind of like made out of glass sometimes.
yeah, Rollins also your world champ. You have McIntyre, Finn. What if your Money in the Bank holder gets injured? It's like shit.
But
Now you
that's
gotta
why
like,
we know. That's why we gotta go into this knowing that these aren't gonna be like the NXT ones. Like they're still gonna have
Yeah.
moments, but it's not gonna be like, cause you remember the NXT ones. There
Yeah,
was
yeah, those
times
were
that I was
insane.
like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
The
oh my god!
Ricochet be flipping at every
Yeah, I
corner.
always
Yeah.
remember the first one because I think the first one was three on three, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo,
That was
I remember
wild.
watching that. I was just like, yo, like,
And they were big ass people in that match. It was
relax.
AOP
Yeah,
and Insanity were in there. I'm like, fuck.
yeah. It was AOP and Roderick,
I think
right?
Undisputed. Yeah, then it
Undisputed
was
Era, and
Eric
then
Young, Killian
Sanity.
Dane, and
Yeah,
Wolf. Yeah,
and they were
that was,
wilding out.
they were wild. Every match was like that.
Yeah.
Every match was like that. That was insane.
Damn, man.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah,
Oh god.
so we gotta have that in mind. Like they gotta, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. But like, don't
Yeah.
think they gonna be wilding like they like NXT days.
Yeah,
And
they're
we
probably
said this
not.
last year too, because you gotta look at who's in the match. Like you gotta be careful. You don't want
With
a
everybody.
WrestleMania 32 situation where everybody's
But
injured.
yeah, that was insane. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
Imagine
I
that for
don't
40, a big one like this. You better make some
know.
calls to The Rock and
Yeah,
Cena, baby.
yeah, yo,
We gotta fill up the card.
you gotta bring Punk back now. Fuck.
Like,
Yeah,
damn, what's Taker doing April
yeah. What is
3rd?
what is
What's
Cena? Is Cena
is
available?
Taker gonna be in Philly?
Uh,
We kind of need him. Yeah,
yeah, but yeah. I got Judgment Day winning
I
this
got
match.
Judgment Day. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. But yeah, that's the entirety of the card.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
for War Games. Uh, how excited are you from 1 to 10 on this pay per view?
I'm at a 8. I'm at a 8.
Yeah, I would say eight and
8.5.
a half. Eight. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm at a 8. 8.5.
me too. Me too. I'm just excited about
The
this
only thing
overall.
is
It's gonna
good.
be.
Yeah, the only thing that got me is the women's match, but I already know it's gonna be good and it's gonna uh be a very good match. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm just mad that the build up couldn't get me more excited.
You think there's gonna be? You think that match is gonna open up the show they did last year? The women's opened up
I
last year. Remember?
yeah, they should. It
Yeah, I
would
think you got
make
to start
sense.
the night off hot with that
Yeah, it
match.
would make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. And start and continue going. You have a couple of fillers, just to calm the crowd down a little bit, and then you're good. I mean, I'm pretty sure the
Yeah,
Gunther and Miz match is probably gonna be like a great match. That's gonna be a great match.
I would. Nah, you have to open more war games.
I mean, no, not in the beginning. I'm saying in general, like
No,
it's
yeah,
gonna be a
yeah, yeah. But
great
I was
match.
thinking, I was like, that would be a fire opening matchup. But for this pay per view, you gotta do the women's war
Yeah,
games.
you gotta
Any
do
other
that.
pay per view, I would say Miz and Gunther.
Gunther.
But
Yeah, yeah,
this one, you gotta do
probably.
the women.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
but
what's going on before we hop off? Nakamura, what's going on with this storyline? Is this for Survivor Series? Is it not for Survivor Series? What's
I
going
have
on?
I have no idea what they're doing with that. To be honest, I
Because if you
thought it
ask
was for
anybody on the internet, it's Punk.
yeah, because
Ask anybody on the internet.
I was like, is this a match first? I had no idea. They would have announced it by now, like so Shinsuke Nakamura,
Yeah,
open challenge. But I think they're gonna keep that like not announced for Survivor Series, and then we're just gonna see like Shinsuke come out, then call out somebody. Maybe that's how they're gonna do it. Because I feel like if he does do the open
but
challenge,
who you
that'd be
think it
more
is?
obvious. I don't know.
The
I
king.
I,
He said the king of strong style, right in the promo.
I think so, something like that. Because I don't know if it's gonna be Punk. Like honestly, would I be happy with Punk? I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. So I really don't know. I honestly that I can't. I don't really know what to say with that. I just don't know.
I
I
have
don't know
no clue what that is, to be honest.
because it's like I
I know
forgot about
everybody
this
is
until last
saying
week.
Punk though. I
Yeah,
know everybody's saying Punk. I don't know how much I believe that's Punk though.
yeah. That's something I gotta actually believe to see. And it was different when I say that. It's different from the last time when he returned to wrestling. To where it's like, oh, I gotta believe that he's coming back until I see it.
Yeah,
But like same thing, but it's like I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like if he comes back, he comes back. Whatever.
yeah.
You know,
I personally
it'll
don't
be
think he
crazy to see,
will.
but it's like,
Yeah, I don't think he will, but you never know. You never say
yeah,
never, man. People
exactly,
always need some money in their pocket.
exactly.
And if he's
So
not done with wrestling, that's a perfect place to do it. I mean, He would make fucking bank if he did indie shows, but guess he don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
exactly. If he signed with TNA, he'd probably be make perfect amount of money.
Yeah.
Great spot for him. But yeah, I don't know.
TNA.
I just got to see what happens. If he doesn't do anything on Survivor Series, then probably gonna be a Raw thing.
Then Punk's coming to Rumble. That means.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. I don't know. I just don't know what they're doing with this, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I just wanted your
I
take on that because I saw the promo. I was like, I don't know. And everybody was like, it's gotta be Punk. Who else would it be? Anybody else on the roster?
yeah.
I don't
Anybody
know.
else in the roster?
Maybe
Yeah.
somebody that's actually signed.
I
Who
don't
else
know.
could
Yeah.
it be?
Who would it be though if it's someone that's
Somebody that
signed?
works there? I don't know who it could be, to be
Exactly.
honest.
Ex- So I don't know. I'm
But
like,
King of Strong Style, that's what he calls himself.
exactly. So I was like, is he? Is like, does he
And
have
then
like a second
I
persona?
don't see that being Punk.
King. Who wants to be King of
It's
Strong
kind of
something?
like how when AEW did the we got a huge signing, one of the greatest wrestlers ever and well respected, and everybody was like, it's probably Randy. I was like, what? Like that was so out of
Yeah,
left
yeah.
field. Why
People were
would it
saying Dolph
have to
Ziggler. And I'm like, what the
Ziggler?
fuck?
I was like,
Yeah.
you took best wrestler in the world and you put Ziggler's name on it. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
remember, was it you that I was talking to? That I was like, I think it might be Callahan.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the
You told me
beginning, I
that.
thought it was Callahan. I was like, it doesn't make sense with the best wrestler in the world, but like, you got to sell everybody you're signing. But
Yeah.
then it was who it was, and goddamn.
Yeah. Still cool to see. It's still good to see
Yeah,
Osprey there.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We got to see for that.
Yeah, we'll see who it is, man. We'll see who Nakamura's been talking about.
Exactly. So that's pretty much the entire War Games matchup, match card. Before
Sir.
we head out, December 2nd, here in Queens, New York, wrestling.
Ooh.
Wrestling is now New York wins in the Queensboro Elks Lodge in Queens, New York. If you want to come through, get your tickets. Go to the Wrestling is Now Instagram page. They should have their tickets in their Instagram bio.
Yes,
And so in the
sir.
Instagram, bio to get your tickets. Like I said, it's on Saturday, December 2nd, just a little bit over a week from now. Get your tickets and support your local indie wrestling. Um, Go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube as always and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Once again, this is episode 141. The Ring Fanatics. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, my co host Joel.
Yes,
And
sir.
we will see you guys next time.
Catch ya.